seems to me there was a tea party in Boston that was illegal, too.
I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold.
We shall seek to establish and maintain a dollar which will not change its purchasing and debt-paying power during the succeeding generation.
As anguished shrieks rose up from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange.
Government credit and government currency are really one and the same thing. A reserve of gold and a small reserve of silver.
So, and I said, well, what if it does happen? And he says, well, price will solve everything. I said, thanks, give me the gold.
Why do central banks hold it?
Well, it's a form of reserves.
So why don't they hold diamonds?
Well, it's tradition, long-term tradition.
Well, some people still think it's money.
Welcome back to the Junius Maltby Channel. To another evening live. Unscripted, extemporaneous ramblings of a madman. Good to see all of my friends here in the chat present. Good to see Crusty White Bread, James Richter, the Italian Pepe, AGOG 47, Mayhem S. Fox, Cosmo 3665, Fed Chair Arthur Burns is in the house, Paul S. 9011, Bill Spencer, good to see you. As always, my friend James Richter, throwing it down. You guys have been here the whole time. Buckled up, front seat to history, watching it unfold live like a bad scripted reality television series on an empire in decline. Good to see Frank Pliskin, 143. Who else have I got? Who am I missing here? There were some conversations earlier before we got started. I know some of you are just now filling in. Barbara Strelly. I can't pronounce that. Some of the names you guys put on there. Barbara Strelly K. Good to see you, friend. Channel member, as always, good. 2Tex, 4235. Good to see you, man. Welcome. I've got some stuff pulled up. I'm just going through the names, making sure I didn't miss anybody. Got to give you guys your credit, man. You guys are part of this, part of the history. Got to get you on record. Got to get your name in the digital archives, etched into the tablets of the internet so future historians will know the names of the anons that were present. The anonymous YouTube friends and participants, the Maltbyans. Good to see every single one of you. Soggy Pineapple, 5197 in the house. Good to see you, man. Mimaru's here, too. Wow. I haven't seen you in a bit. Welcome back, Mimaru. Maybe I have. I don't remember. I got a bad short-term memory. That's why I can't keep track of gold prices. 1 minute, I mean, if I hit my head today and I woke up, I'd still think gold was like $2,000 or $1,800 or something. If they woke me up in an ICU and were telling me that I was looking at $5,522 gold, I would think it was the year 2040 or something, or 2050. I wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't know what's going on. I'd say put me back in my coma. Unplug the machines. Let me go. Let me go in peace. I don't want to live through what's coming. Welcome back, friends. Here we go. I've got so many tabs. It's been a busy couple of days, busy couple of hours. I mean, gold pulling off a 10% run today, over 10% now. I mean, it blasted through 5,400, 5,500 like it was nothing. It ran $300 in like 2 days. I can't keep track. Look, I'm just not that good at it. It's moving too fast. Today it went up apparently $435, 8.56 or 9%. I'm seeing all these different numbers all over the place. The last 30 days were up 756.37. Am I correct? It's even higher than that. No, it is. That's what it was. That's what it is. 6 months, we're up 1785. In a year, it's up $2,288. It's pretty much 81.8%. In 5 years, up $3,225, up 173%. In the last 20 years, it's up $4,521 at 801%. It's ripping pretty hot. We've got silver ripping as well. We'll check in on that. We'll pull up some headlines. Oh, of course, everyone's an expert now, too. Apparently, there's a bunch of YouTube experts, YouTube channels, guys that prognosticate, soothsayers, read tea leaves. I don't know what they do. Maybe they cut the head off a chicken, let it run around in circles, and figure out where it drops on a number on the floor. I don't know how they're picking what they're talking about, but these guys, Are they looking at bond rates? Are they looking at the Japanese bond rates? The U.S. buying them? Are they looking at Fed policy? Are they listening to the babbling buffoon, the orange retard? He is. The guy's retarded. I mean, the orange man is retarded. We got to use the word, call it what it is. He's a handicapped individual. We're going to pull up some stuff to check out. That's probably going to lose some subs. I don't care, man. If you're that MAGA then and you can't handle the truth, man, then just check yourself into an institution. Get yourself a Diet Coke and watch a sports game. You deserve it, man. Pop a bag of chips and recline. This ride's not for you. NGMI, you're not going to make it. Let's get into this. Now, this is a screenshot. Okay, I'm going to go back. This is the screenshot from earlier today. A buddy of mine sent me when it cracked through the 5,300. And I was like, oh, man, she's cooking. Look at that gold. She's a moving quick there. Boom, we're sitting here now at 55.23. It was like 55.50 earlier. It's unstoppable. De-dollarization to full swing. The world's changing. The monetary systems are changing, and the dollar is in a steep, steady nosedive decline. Now, these might sound foreign to some people. If you're a sportsball fan and you wear some other guy's jersey with his name and number on your back, you might not have the cerebral capacity to understand what we're talking about right now or what's unfolding. You would have never seen it coming. Maybe you stumbled here on an accident. But let me tell you, this is a topic and a scenario, and these are numbers that we have talked about on this channel for a decade and a half. For a long, long time. The scenario's unfolding, the factors contributing to it, the geopolitical movements, the movements of gold. This has been a case study for years here because it doesn't go quickly. This isn't something that just happens one day. These are movements, policies, compounding one upon the other. Perhaps part of a grand, orchestrated and controlled scheme, a manipulation, a psyop of psyops, the mother of all psyops, the Death Star of psyops, a planet killer. This could be a story, a conspiracy that we have been sitting here watching, diagnosing, looking for clues within for years. And I don't even think it has fully began. I don't quote the prices. I don't tell you it's going to be this tomorrow or that tomorrow. If I could do that, I wouldn't be sitting here probably. I'd probably be a lot wealthier. But I didn't call 5,500 today. I'm not going to pretend that I did at any point. I'm not going to say I told you so because I didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah, gold. It could have done a little dip correction. But there's a lot of things taking place. And in the big picture, if you zoom way out, get that 36,000 feet elevation look, or even further. If you zoom out and you look at the decade and a half, the entirety of the conversation that you and I have sat here and had together, side by side, looking at the news on the same team, just watching it, discussing these topics. If you zoom out, you'll see that we kind of got a gist of what would occur, what might occur. A trajectory, a direction that we were going to be in. Nobody knew what it was going to look like. A lot of people bet against us. As a matter of fact, I did a video called The Big Long a bit ago. And that's why this was a big, long position, gold and silver like this, and the way we view it. The ideology of sound money, the ideology of precious metals, a lot different from stacking. That's why I don't like to use that word as much. We're not just stacking. We're not stackers. We're not collecting Pokemon cards or cool little bars and coins with, niche little images on them. Ooh, look what I got. I got this one. Oh, yeah, wow, man, I got that little shape. We're not doing that, all right? We're not still playing Minecraft and collecting Pokemon cards. You and I practice what I would like to call the ideology of precious metals, because that's what it is. You adopt an ideological perspective and position on sound money, on these now strategic, critical minerals. A lot of discussion on that lately. I forgot to pull one up. I should have. I've got it in my phone. I'll play it in a minute. There's so much to discuss on this. I don't even know if we have enough time. I'm going to ramble. It's going to be your typical extemporaneous ramblings of a madman. We're going all over the place tonight. But none of it should come as a surprise to you. It comes as a surprise to others. But let's get into it. So back to that screenshot from earlier today. 5,300. Thought it was a big deal. Check it later. It's 5,400. I'm like, all right, it's going to stop here. Correct, whatever. Still doing stuff, working, caring about my business, doing my day. You know, just functioning, barely. Inhale, exhale, blink, breathe. Walk, step over here, grab that, move this over here. And then you check back later on, 5,400. Okay, that's crazy. Now we're getting it's out of control. What's going on here? 5,500. What? What's happening? Should I go home? Should I be carrying a long rifle at this point? Maybe you cupped your hand to your ear and listened for distant muffled gunshots or echoes. I don't know. Helicopters. It was interesting. It was an exciting moment. Things were unfolding rather quickly today. Now, moves like this, $400+. And if you think I'm not making that up, let's just to see what I'll show it to you if I can find if the screen works. Oh, great! Gold price crashed on me again. You guys noticing that lately? Have you guys? Am I making this up? You notice like every night we do a live, goldprice.org crashes. Is it just me or is it like the planet? Are they glitching the site out to throw? Is that how many people are checking it? Is the entire planet doing a DDoS attack, a denial of service attack on goldprice.org because it just can't handle the volume? Everyone's checking the price. I doubt it. Isn't there a football game on tonight? I mean, come on now. What is this? What do they have football games on these nights? Is there a football game on? Can we get the can we get the NPCs and the guys that wear another dude's name on their back to just log off of goldprice.org so Junius can use it for a minute? Go do sports betting or something. Whatever it is you mouth breather, low foreheads do. Go do that, please. Now, let me check this out for you. That's the years. Where is the day movements? Oh, there it is. This is what I was looking for. Boom. Here we go. This is the gold price performance USD. And you'll see, if I can zoom in on it for you. Today it moved $442. I mean, the last 30 days it only moved $756. So that, to me, that signifies something. I mean, it's moving now what it used to take months to move. It's moving right now. It moved today. This will blow your minds. At a price a lot of people bought gold at. Actually, when I was working for my dad in construction, this will date me a little bit, but back in 1999, I'd get a paycheck as a kid. This is before college and stuff, and I was working. Thanks for the death of the dollar equals death of the globo homo, Doug Williams. I love the comment. Thank you, my friend. And to everyone who super chatted earlier and I missed, thank you as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. Who was that? I missed somebody. Let me just get to it. The Italian Pepe. Thanks, my friend. If I miss you guys, please don't take it personal. You know my heart. I'm very grateful to each and every one of you. But sometimes I'm reading something and the screen that you guys pop up on is to my right. Now, listen, buying gold back then, it was at the Browns down, and I don't think I ever snagged a Browns down buy. It was about $256 an ounce for a gold eagle. And it was only about a $10 or $20 premium typically on those, very low back then. Sometimes 300. So a lot of people back in the 99 to 2000-ish, 2001 range, maybe even a little later than that, up to 03, were able to acquire gold ounces, a 1 ounce fine gold coin, for less than $400. That was normal. It just moved that today. So that single buy back then was 100% just today. I mean, obviously they've scored way bigger than that. But that should give you an idea. It's moving in the valuation in dollars that it used to be for a total ounce at a time. Quite remarkable, significant moves. Now, some people would say this is not historical. I've read comments and opinions that this is no big deal. There's nothing to balk at. It just shows you that those people, those are just people you don't need to have a conversation with. It's going to be a waste of your time, waste of your energy. If they haven't gotten it now, they're never going to get it. You're not going to break through. You're not going to like suddenly convert this Neanderthal to, higher reading capabilities. Yes, they may have opposable thumbs. Yes, they're a mammal like you. But are they capable of understanding some of the things that you might try to break down for them? No. It's just that simple. They just can't get it. You're talking like an IQ 60 to 70, 80 range. It's just, why even try, bro? I mean, they should just go open up a learning center somewhere and get on with it. I mean, their best bet is to just defraud the government. They can't make money on their own. They're too stupid. So just go give them something they can do exercise fraud with. The Boss Grand, super chat, my friend. He says, my LCS was closed with a sign saying they lack capital to stay open and to try again tomorrow. Something is breaking. That's crazy that they lack capital. I mean, are they not playing their margins right? If they're a coin store, they've been buying and selling. Surely they're scraping the middle and doing something. That's unfortunate. Maybe the guy just packed up all the silver and he left the country because he knows they're coming for it. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. But gold's still cranking along. $5,500. It's above. I mean, the chart for today is actually insane. Speaking of charts, I will get to it. I mean, this is your. Look at it. This is crazy. I mean, just look at the chart. Look at the screen right now. I want you to look at that, screenshot it, send it to all your stock bros, and ask them, what's this chart called? Can you explain this chart formation, buddy? Your buddy that bought like NVIDIA and all the AI stocks and Apple, and he just hangs out and he has his little Robinhood account and he trades GameStop. Just screenshot the chart and ask him what this chart signifies. What does it mean? Like, can you break this down? I know you study chart science. Like, is this a bull flag? Is this a pennant? Is this a head and shoulders? Is this a W formation? What am I looking at here? Is it consolidating? Is it trading sideways? Fill me in, bro. Can you bro me some bro formation, man? Like, give me some of that bro formation. Maybe your stock bro's got some bro tips. Maybe he shows you how to pick low-hanging fruit. But ask him what this chart's called. Just say this is your biggest position. You've been in it for the last 15 years, 20 years. And you don't know what it means. And then leave it at that. But don't follow any of his advice because he's probably going to talk about taking profits. That's probably the next retarded words he's going to start uttering. He's going to, start staggering off into some weird delirious land. But speaking of taking profits, look, I told you we're going to be extemporaneous and ramble, so you're going to hit you with the Junius shotgun, share you with a conversation I had yesterday. A buddy of mine was buying a truck, offered a guy 2 ounces of gold as partial payment. The old man was cool, man. He was cool. Probably like Clint Eastwood cool. And he's like, no, son. I think you should keep your gold. Just give me the cash instead. Now, it's not because he didn't want the gold. The guy specifically stated in this advertisement, in the advertisement for the vehicle, for the lorry, for those of you on the other side of the pond, for the advertisement for this used lorry, he put gold and check or cash, something like that. But he did include metals in the description as taking payment option. He might have even said something about crypto. I doubt it. But you do see that on occasion. Now, my friend's like, oh, cool. Whatever, man. I'll throw 2 ounces in, all the cash, and plus, because you're going to do 50-50, like half cash, half 2 ounces of gold. And this is months ago, mind you, months back. He gets there, they meet, he really likes the truck, it's in another state, he buys it. And when he gets to the point, he pulls the 2 ounces of gold out, presents them, and the gentleman had gotten to know him. That time, when you buy something or you meet somebody like this and you kind of hit it off. So they've been talking a while, chewing the fat, as they say, getting to know one another. The old guy liked my friend, kind of had a soft spot for him. And he told him, he's like, nope, I don't want that gold, sonny. You're going to need it. And they had a brief conversation about the gold, and you're going to need it more than I do, and I think you should hold on to it. Like some wisdom, though. Like there was wisdom behind these eyes. He was like a Steinbeck character. And this gray-haired man who's selling a truck that he no longer needs to my friend, a close friend of mine, who told me this story yesterday. This old man with his kindness realized, I'll take the hit. Give me the fiat. I'll take that. I'll take the hit. Because he probably knew where gold was going. Obviously, he put it in his ad that he wanted gold, so he understands gold. He put it in there. But he didn't want my friend's gold. This young man. So, let that be a lesson. My friend realized yesterday, had he done that, had the old man taken the gold, he would be out, I believe it was over $2,000 per ounce ago. He'd be out over $4,000 just on that transaction alone. $4,000 or $5,000, I think he figured. It might be a little more than that because it was earlier in the summer than that even. Point is, never buy with gold or silver what you can buy with fiat. Let me tell you guys a story. I bought a firearm this year. Yes, a boomstick, a gun. Multiple, actually. I do that quite often. It's a frequent occurrence for old Junius sometimes. Different ones, parts, this and that. We don't need to go off on a gun tangent because I'll talk for hours. It's another tism of mine. Many tisms, that's one of them. Now, a friend of mine was selling a receiver group for a particular type and style of firearm. Close friend of mine. We're first name basis. We talk every day. And we're in chat. I was like, hey, earlier that year, he's like, I'll take silver for it, man. I really needed this lower for a project I was doing. And I brought him some silver for this lower. I'm laughing. I'm laughing at old Junius, you dumb bastard. I'm like in Interstellar. I'm looking at myself through a ripple in time, shaking the screen in the blinds, screaming at me not to do this transaction. But I give him whatever, however many ounces of silver. I don't remember. Believe me, I don't remember. For this lower receiver. I wish I did. I think I gave him, it was probably over, this is crazy talk. It was over 10 ounces of silver. I think I gave him about $400 for the silver. Maybe 10 or 11 ounces, maybe 12, something like that. Big deal. He's a close friend of mine. It's good for him. I'm glad he's got it. And he texted me the other day and he's like, hey, how do you like that $2,500 lower or whatever? Based on he did the silver conversion. And it's pretty funny because it was like a $400 part. But it's obviously, if I had just given him cash for it, instead of being an idiot and spending silver when I could have spent fiat, the fiat would still be worth garbage and he'd still have it or have spent it into circulation. And the silver that I would have retained in my possession would be worth a hell of a lot more than the lower receiver I have, which is also valuable. So I don't regret it that much because who knows? One day that might be worth priceless. One day it might mean the difference between life and death for somebody. So it's not all bad. But anyways, my friends, that's why I tell you and urge you to remember these charts, remember the direction of metals, remember the direction of fiat. We're going to get into it. It's a long presentation tonight. Don't spend metal what you can spend for paper on, That's it. That's a Junius Maltby 2 bits. It's 2 bits now because of inflation. It's no longer 2 cents. It's now a 2-bit answer, which is a quarter ounce of silver. You do the math. That's like $25. 2 bits. How does that feel? Does that feel weird, guys? 2 bits is now $25 or more? That's got to be freaking weird. You guys know where that comes from, right? The pieces of 8, cutting the bits out of the coin. I don't need to get into it. Silver. It's a silver reference. But a 25-cent piece was $0.25. So quarter, which is it's 2 bits or 2/8 cut out of a pieces of 8 reals coin. So it's a quarter. You can look them up. Look it up. It's a cool story. Some history for you, coin history if you want to know it. But the answer, I am going to, with inflation, increase the price of one of my questions or answers for me. So it's no longer me giving you 2 cents. I just gave you my 2 bits because of inflation. 2 bits. I think it sounds better than saying 2 cents. We need to get some inflation into our vernaculars, our languages. These terms need to inflate with the times. So I think it's about $25 now, at least is worth it. Would you guys agree? 2 bits, $25. There you go. All right. Now I want to play. There are some things I'm going to play. Some other people. You're going to hear others speak. I won't take up all of your time. I wanted to revisit old Ben Bernanke. Do you guys remember old Ben Bernanke? Do you guys recall Ben? This is a conversation. It's going to be on the screen in uno momento, por favor. There we go. Here we go. Let me just hit play and get my volume for you guys. It's part of the intro, but check it out.
Day is $1,580. The dollar during these last 3 years.
Go back. I want you. This is the price of gold. Ron Paul talking to Benjamin Bernanke. Listen.
The price of gold today is $1,580. The dollar during these last 3 years was devalued almost 50%. When you wake up in the morning, do you care about the price of gold?
Well, I pay attention to the price of gold, but I think it reflects a lot of things. It reflects global uncertainties. I think the reason people hold gold is as a protection against what we call tail risk, really, really bad outcomes. And to the extent that the last few years have made people more worried about the potential of a major crisis, then they have gold as a protection.
Do you think gold is money?
No.
It's not money.
It's
Even if
a
it had
precious
been money
metal.
for 6,000 years, somebody reversed that and eliminated that economic law.
Well, it's an asset. I mean, it's the same. Would you say Treasury bills are money? I don't think they're money either, but they're a financial
why do
asset.
central banks hold it?
Well,
it's
it's a
not
form of
money?
reserves.
Why don't they hold diamonds?
Well, it's tradition, long-term tradition.
Some people still think it's money. I yield back. My time is up.
Dude, that is you guys have to understand something. Like witnessing that when it took place back then, that is one of the most epic, heroic. I mean, hold on. That's something Homer would write. It's one of the most beautiful exchanges that has ever been allowed to take place in the halls of government. I truly love it. I adore Ron Paul. I've got his autograph. I've opened a door for him. I've shaken his hand. I wish I could kidnap a little old man and just take care of him the rest of his life. That might sound weird, but I love Ron Paul. I do. We didn't deserve him. He's the greatest president we never had. I think America today, had Ron Paul won, we didn't deserve him. Honestly, he's like a Billy Budd character. He was like a Billy Budd character. And we wanted Claggart. We didn't deserve Ron Paul. We didn't deserve him as a candidate. The guy did more to sprinkle truth and to illuminate this conversation than probably any man alive today, because the Ron Paul revolution, which I was a part of back then, rippled through this country. It ripped through it. It upended it. It created the Tea Party movement. It changed the conversation in government in a way that he was the domino, that he tried to do something so powerful, and he got so close. And I think his impact will live on forever. We don't give him enough credit. We truly do not give that man enough credit. Just a beautiful spirit. A good man. Genuinely good man. Trevista 415, thanks for the super chat, my friend. Thank you. And we've got Boss Grand with another one. Says, friend in a different state said his local coin store had some issue not buying because the players they sell to aren't buying. Rumors that the big players who hedge on COMEX are getting margin called because price has moved so much. Oh, it's causing many a disruption, my friends. Many of a disruption. Interesting takeaways again on that video, real quick. When Bernanke says people buy gold, for really bad outcomes. Really bad outcomes, the only reason people buy gold. And Ron Paul's sitting there asking, wait, well, why has gold gotten to $1,500 an ounce? Because that was a high mark at that time. At the time, that was like almost all-time high or all-time high territory for gold. $1,500, mind you. And really bad outcomes is the only reason people were buying it for, and they're planning for risk and this and that. What I would like to do is grab Ben Bernanke back then, time travel him, and say, Ben, look at it! Just, grab him by whatever is remaining on his bald skullet and shove it towards a screen to stare at $5,500 gold and say, is that tail risk? Is that a really bad outcome, Ben? Look at those numbers, Ben. Is it a really bad outcome yet, or is it going to get worse? What are you doing, Ben? What are your friends doing? What is this? What does it mean? I don't know. What is tail risk? We're at $5,500 now, Ben. It's $4,000 higher than that. Are we there yet? You feel like it's like you're on a road trip with your parents, and you're in the back seat somewhere in the middle of Nevada, and you're in the back seat asking, are we there yet? Are we almost there? Are we there yet? And they're driving you towards this cataclysm. You don't know where it is. You have serial killer parents. It's politicians, and they're driving you off in the desert. But you don't know if you're there yet. It's a really dark and bleak story. You're not going to Disneyland.
You should tell them the zoo story.
The zoo story?
With your father.
Oh, one time my old man was going to take me to the zoo. This is a good story. Do they want to hear it? I've got news to talk about. If they vote to hear it, I'll tell it. Josh Galt, my friend, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. He goes, it has been a decade, but it is good to see you, old friend. Best of luck to you and Mrs. M. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Galt. I appreciate that very much. It has been a long time, over a decade. Micah Robinson following up with the spread the bullion dealers are giving for silver is closing. It was 10 to 15. Now it's 7 to 9. I think the weak hands have been shaken out. Oh, yes, the weak hands have been shaken out. They sold to take profits at 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 and 110. There's not a lot of them left. I mean, you got to be crazy to still be holding silver, and you guys are insane. That's why I like you. That's why we get along great. So everyone wants the frickin' zoo story. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm a little kid. I don't remember how old I am. Young enough to be in the back seat staring out a window with no technology, pretty much licking the window and trying to make eye contact with people that are passing me on Highway 1. No technology, there's no such thing as cell phones. I mean, my entertainment was counting the telephone poles going by, trying to make out different images in graffiti, looking for different license plates, trying to look for a briefcase full of cash that a drug dealer tossed out a window on the side of the highway that I might be able to pick up, a crime scene ditched pistol. Those are the kinds of things old little Junius is looking for out the window. So we're zipping up the coast. My dad's going to take us to the San Francisco Zoo, and I'm a curious kid. I got all kinds of tisms probably still, and I want to see lions and tigers and bears and elephants and zebras and giraffes and Melman. No, they didn't have that movie back then, but you know what I'm talking about. I want to see all the cool things. And this is like the San Francisco Zoo. And my dad's a great dude. I mean, he's the reason I am who I am today. Obviously, I talk about him on this channel, quote him, even some content and source material comes from him. He's been quoted on this channel. He's participated. Sometimes he's in the chat with you guys. You don't know who he is. You don't know who he is, but he's been in there. I tell you that much. Now, this is crazy, though. And I don't fault him because now that I'm older in life and having short tempers and fatigue and tired and working all day. And, my dad busted his butt his whole life, hard working in construction and just killing it, right? And somehow on a day off, we're going to drive a couple hours to go to the San Francisco Zoo. So I'm stoked. And I got my siblings in the car, and we're driving up there. And finally we get into the hubbub of the city, which, Dad is, he's driving. Mom's up there. Just a fragile, wonderful, beautiful woman of faith. Pretty much a saint, by all means, if you ever knew her. Never swore a day in her life, never said a bad word, just prays for everybody. Like everyone gets prayers. So that's her. She's sitting up there. Just to give you some background, character, developing the character for the story. Just a very wonderful woman sitting there, probably praying for somebody. And I'm in the back seat, and my dad's driving, and we get into San Francisco, pretty urban, as you all know. I mean, there were freaks there back then. Not as much poop on the sidewalks, but, dope heads, heroin addicts, dudes that like other dudes, just everything. Just a mess. The place was nuts. Still just gross, At that point, AIDS was like everywhere, everything had AIDS. The seagulls had it. The pigeons had it. Everybody had AIDS. AIDS. You're going to die of AIDS. And so, you don't want to touch anything in San Francisco in the 80s. Like, you didn't even, you wore like a surgical covers on your shoes if you walked on the street. But we're going to the zoo. I'm stoked. I probably had a concept of AIDS because my dad was probably talking about it. Oh man, if I said the quote.
Do it.
The problem with AIDS is it didn't kill enough people. Yes, that's a real quote. And it didn't do it fast enough. I feel sorry for the innocent people that died from a blood transfusion, but man, we almost got them. Hey, there's nothing wrong. That was someone else that said that, but I may or may not agree with it. So we're totally lost. Like they didn't have like map. There's no internet, dude. Like you can't punch in, hey Google, map me here. Turn left ahead 20 feet. Turn on Martin Luther King Avenue 100 feet. That kind of thing. It just didn't exist. So we're trying to find our way around with like a paper map, maybe. I don't even know. Maybe there's like street signs. Thomas Guide. I don't know. I don't. Again, I'm looking out the window. I'm pretty much licking it. And it's definitely up and my door's locked because I'm in the city. At this point, I'm like, I may have had a pocket knife on me, just ready in case someone tried on old Junius. They were getting shivved. They were getting one to the kidney, one to the liver, one to the throat. At least I probably had one on me. I was allowed. And my dad starts getting frustrated because we're trying to drive around, but it's not good. Traffic, people are honking. Oh, you got to turn left up ahead, but it's like 4 lanes over. You know, some guy rides by on a bike wearing a black leotard with a black ball in his mouth. Another dude's whipping him or something. You know, there's a circus clown on a ball. It's San Francisco. It's crazy. Freaks everywhere. You know, we're pretty much in Gomorrah at this point. I'm waiting for fire and sulfur and brimstone to just rain out of the sky. Like, burn this place, Lord! Incinerate it! And it's just not happening. But we're trying to go to the zoo. And it gets escalated to the point my dad gets pretty frustrated. And he got frustrated pretty easy. He's got a temper. He's an old Italian man. And we have the best tempers ever. Italian men's tempers have done a lot for civilization, I will tell you that. We almost got him back under Titus, but it just didn't work. Titus just didn't finish the job. But he got there. He got close. But Italian tempers have done a lot for history. We do a lot of good things. My dad's Italian temper gets a little out there, man. I'm talking full-blown Southern Italian Roman. If you're in his way, he'll disembowel you. He'll rip your spine through your guts or something. Choke you out till he smells piss. Dudes were intimidated by him, truly, in his life. Big dude, stout, right? So he's up there. He's getting kind of fumed, man. He's gripping the wheel. He's probably bending it. And I know that the things are getting escalated. And when it reaches a certain tempo, man, that's when you're just like, either you tease them, like when I got older, I'd tease them to make it even funnier, or you just shut the hell up. Like, and this was one of those moments where you're just like, you just shut the hell up. This is like, be quiet. You know, this is a volatile situation. You know, we don't know here what's going on. You know, we're lost. Dad's a little pissed. Don't want to make him any more pissed. But, and then finally he's like, he just said, screw it, basically. We're not going to the zoo. We got to get out of here.
You were in the parking lot of the zoo.
I don't think we were in the parking lot. I don't think we were. I
thought
don't
your
recall.
Mom said you were there, but there was no spots.
If my mom said we got in the parking lot and there were no spots, again, I was like 5, I don't know, 6, 7, whatever. I don't know. 10, I don't know. I don't know what age it was. Between 6 and 10. But I can tell you, or maybe we did get to the parking lot. I don't remember that. But I think maybe I did. I got to see it from the outside, maybe. But there was no parking spots. Traffic's a nightmare. Another dude rides by with a leotard with a dude whipping him with a black ball in his mouth. And, you know, it's just San Francisco. Was I really missing that much? I ended up going to zoos later in life. It wasn't like I was deprived of this moment. So we drove the beautiful coastline back down to where hence we came. And I didn't get to go to the zoo that day. That's the zoo story. It's great. I don't hold any resentment. I don't even care. I think it's funny. I look back on it. It's probably totally justified. I probably would have done way worse. You know, I might even be in prison.
Oh, you would have taken me to the zoo.
We would have made it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mrs. Maltby would have demanded it.
I think I have a worse temper than you.
Mrs. Maltby does have a temper. Do you think Mrs. Maltby's ever hit me? I don't think so. Has you ever punched me in the arm, maybe like gently, like a love tap or anything?
Not undeserved.
Not undeserved, yeah. Mrs. Maltby's the cutest thing ever, though. Sometimes, actually, she's so cute when she gets mad. This is not a joke, and it's actually problematic for me. It's like this never-ending spiral of me getting in trouble because she's actually cute when she's mad. So I try to get her pissed off just a little bit. Like, it's like playing with dynamite, though. I try to get the fuse lit and get it down right before it blows up, put it out, just see how close I can get. Because it's like playing with fire. It's just dangerous. And I like it. she's cute when she's mad, so I try to piss her off. So I tease her a lot. Like I know certain things that bug her that I can say, like, this is going to get her. She's going to get pissed if I do this, and I'm going to do it. So I do it. But I think that's a sign of a good relationship. If you have things that you can piss your wife off with, and you like, and it like makes you cuter, do it. As long as, fun, have fun with it. And then tell her why you're doing it, and then it makes it even better because they're like, oh, okay, I get it. He's just flirting with me. He's just teasing me like a little boy on the playground. It's totally fine. Let's get back into the news, though. I know you guys want to talk about it. Look at it. I get bored. I do. I get bored looking at gold and silver prices. Honestly, because again, I'm not looking at it at that superficial level. I'm looking at what it means, what it represents for other things, other costs, and the direction we're going in as a society, as an empire, as a world. So it's not a lighthearted topic. For some people it might be. But let's pay attention to the latest. Jerome Powell said, don't read too much into the rise in gold. The reason this video is following the last video is because the other guy was Ben Bernanke, but this is Powell. Okay, he's that's why I selected both today. There is some method to my madness. There's a method here. Now listen to Jerome Powell. Here, I'm going to go back to the
significant price increases we've seen for precious metals.
Don't take much message macroeconomically. The argument can be made that we're losing credibility or something. It's simply not the case. If you look at where inflation expectations are, our credibility is right where it needs to be. So we look at those things. We don't get spun up over particular asset price changes, although we do monitor them, of course.
Significant price increase.
Did you guys catch that by chance? Did that get through to you? Do you want to watch it again? Do you guys want to hear that again? Because I want to tell you something. This is a historical moment. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you an example, multiple examples as to why this is very historical. If you've been on this channel for a decade and a half, I'm going to play it again, but I want you to pay attention. I'm going to play it again, so listen closely. I want you to recall when I walked you through the history of the meltdown multiple times on this channel. You please tell me you remember that episode, History of the Meltdown. Please. You're going to need that for this reference. Do you remember when they said, it was Ben Bernanke was questioned, I believe it was Bernanke, that the housing crisis was very well contained. It might have even been Greenspan at that time. There's a quote. It was the Fed. There was multiple quotes in that History of the Meltdown in which people that hold these positions were trying to assure the media, trying to portray information, and they could not be more wrong than they were. It was actually the opposite of what they said was true. So I want you to watch this. Other stacking channels might eat this up with a spoon and say, see, this is what he said. And they look at this with respect. They believe it. They eat it like a bowl of cereal. But they also wear a jersey with another guy's name on it. So, I mean, come on, you really taking him seriously? The guy watches sports football, please. Very much watch this. And I want you to read through the layers here. Peel it apart like an onion. Listen to what Jerome's saying. Okay? I'm going to go to the chat real quick because a couple of you mentioned things or said things. I think you guys all want to see it again. So, okay. Fed Chair Arthur, thank you, my friend. He goes, did Jerome mention his toolbox? Oh, yeah. Remember his toolbox, right? He's got a lot of tools in his toolbox. All right, let's get back to it. Pay attention. J. Powell speaking. Come on, J. Powell. Hit me with your best shot.
We've seen for precious metals.
Don't take much message macroeconomically.
We're going to go back. I got to get to the very beginning.
Significant price increases we've seen for precious metals.
Don't take much message macroeconomically. The argument can be made that we're losing credibility or something. It's simply not the case. If you look at where inflation expectations are, our credibility is right where it needs to be. So we look at those things. We don't get spun up over particular asset price changes, although we do monitor them, of course.
Significant price increases we've seen for.
He's not looking at gold. J. Powell's not looking at gold. He's not. He doesn't even care. I mean, they pay attention to him, but it doesn't mean anything. You wouldn't pay too much attention to it. I mean,
take much message macroeconomically.
Doesn't take much.
Don't take much message
I love
precious metals.
Don't take much message macroeconomically. The argument can be made it's that we're losing credibility or something.
The argument can be made that we're losing credibility. Did you just say that out loud? I mean, nobody said that. Did anyone mention them losing? Did anyone in the room mention them losing credibility? Why did you say that? Those are weird words. What did you say? Just say that again, because no one accused. Did anyone accuse him of that? It's like, no, I don't hit my wife. Listen to this.
Credibility or something. It's simply that we're losing. It can be made. It's
the argument can be made.
The argument can be made. It's that we're losing credibility or something. It's simply not the case. If you look at where
it's simply
inflation
not the
expectations.
case. As a matter of fact, it is the case. It's very much the case that you're losing credibility. The world is running from the dollar. It's proof. It just fell below 60% of the world currency, whatever market cap, for the first time ever, like 2 days ago. Everything you see in this shows they're losing credibility. He's admitting it to you. The guy with the sports names on his back, the sports football fan, they watched this. They didn't hear any of that. It was like Charlie Brown's teacher talking to him. That's what sports football guys hear. What we heard is we're losing credibility, and we're really looking at gold and silver.
Our credibility is right where it needs to be.
Our credibility is right where it needs to be. Our credibility is right where it needs to be. Dude, no one even talked. The guy asked you about gold and silver prices, and you suddenly made it about your credibility. Should we be looking at your credibility? Is there something wrong with your credibility? I think there is, as a matter of fact.
So we look at those things. We don't get spun up over.
We don't get spun up. Jerome, my friend, you pissed your pants the other night when you opened your phone and looked at the gold price. You called me. You told me you did. You're like, hey, Vinny. Hey, it's your buddy. It's me, Jerome. Hey, I pissed my pants. I woke up. I looked at the gold price. I pissed myself. What do you think of that? That's what he did. I can guarantee you he's looking at it. I can guarantee you he's looking at it. He's looking at it every single day. He's staring at it. He's thinking about it. He probably rehearsed this whole scenario in the mirror. They probably softballed him the question. He probably saw it an hour earlier. He probably had time to plan this. A lot of these times, these questions are screened. You're not just allowed to ask a question. You're never invited back again if you try to embarrass Fed Pow Chow. J Powell, the Fed chair. Come on now. Credibility is transitory. The fundamentals of the next fiat hoodwink are strong. We are in the fiat hoodwink. Cosmo says, Jerome Powell, wake up. Wake up, Jerome Powell. Wake up. And one more time, we're going to wrap it up at the end here. Come on, finish it.
Particular asset price changes.
Bring it home.
We do monitor them, of course.
We do monitor them, of course. Mm-hmm.
Significant.
He's nervous. He's nervous. He doesn't like talking about that. I'm telling you right now, the Fed guys, they do not like talking about gold. They freaking hate it. Why? It's their kryptonite. You see, it's their kryptonite. They're Superman. You touch them with the gold, and they go out. It's over. They're weakened. The mere mention of gold weakens the knees of anyone at the Fed. You saw how nervous Bernanke was in his video. They don't like it. It's not a comfortable topic for them. They got to make a lot of funny business stuff up. Like, it's tradition, long-term tradition. No, it's not money. No, it's not money at all. They know it is. They know it is. As a matter of fact, Jay Powell, my friend, I screenshot this the other day for you. Hello, it's me. It's Milton. Yes, my wheelchair's broken,
and I can't get my wheels. Well, you see, I have a wheelchair, and it has the thumb thing or the little stick on the sides of it, you know, to make it go backwards and forwards and whatnots. And I can't make it work so good. It's not functioning. I'm stuck. Help me. Hello?
Yes, it's one of the voices I scam people with. Well, the scammers. When the scammers call me, I'll be Milton, and I just tell them about my broken wheelchair. Paging Dent in the Head Harry, where are you at? No one has seen Dent in the Head for quite some time now.
Got a couple of requests.
Hold on now. I got Doug Williams here saying Paging Dent in the Head Harry, and I was telling him thanks. So, real quick, I've got to scroll down because the chat blew up. What's the question?
I'm going to post a YouTube link in the chat. And you're going to open it and you're going to play it with volume.
I don't think I can with the way our technology works. I'd have to, it's going to be semi-impossible with my screen.
That's unfortunate.
We would have to practice that. The coordination of that with my technical limitations are, that's an insurmountable task for me.
That's very unfortunate for the people.
Well, it could cause the entire stream to go down, and that would be on you.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, but it's okay.
We'll have to do it we'll practice it, and we'll do it in the next live. Who's requesting it?
I can't ruin it.
Okay.
Can't ruin it.
Let me see it. What is it? Now you have me curious.
Okay, hold on.
Are you getting it out on your phone or something? Oh, that's the Joe Biden wake up.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, man, I do want that. Don't I have that saved somewhere?
I don't know.
I thought that I did. I thought I did. I'm pretty sure that I had it saved. Oh, no. Where was it? That's all right. It's a good one. You guys would have loved it. It's the Joe Biden wake up video. Man, I was looking for it. I could have swore I had it. Yeah, Mrs. Maltby, put it in the chat. We'll watch it later. I could always find it on YouTube, actually, if I just clicked YouTube. I actually want to see it now. You remind me. Let's just go. Joe Biden wake up. Yes, this has been a long time coming. You know who first sent me this? Was Rolf Steiner. Why isn't it working? There we go. My keyboard always goes to sleep. Let's see, which one is it?
It's that one.
It's the top one? Original.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Let me get it for these guys to see.
We have a lot of other things to cover here, but I look to Dr. Sherwood. Are we moving?
Joe Biden, wake up. Joe Biden, wake up. 9/11.
One of the things that I strongly believe is
Joe Biden, wake up.
I should probably go home. I'm tired.
Joe Biden, wake up.
Joe. I'm tired. What's happening?
Joe Biden.
What's happening? Joe. Hello, Mr. President. Wake up.
You should have to pay nearly $6,400 more than you would today.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, I've taken you on an internet journey this evening. I mean, the amount of history that you get on this channel. I show me another channel that's talking about precious metals that gives you this depth of meme history and lore. That video, I tell you right now, truly one of the best meme videos ever made. I mean, it's. Is there like we should have an Internet Academy Award night on this channel for meme videos. I might have to throw
a little bit of it in the intro.
But listen here for a second. I think one of these nights we'll line them all up the tabs, and we should do like you could be the Academy, I could be the Academy. Even them, they could be submitted from the channel members to our email. If you're a channel member, anyway. And then we could sort through them, and we could do an Academy Award night on the Junius Maltby Channel where all we do is watch the best political meme videos like this. They got to be appropriate. I'll say that right now. Anything that's trash is gone. But, we'll sort through and watch like several of them and see all of them, and then see which ones people think are the contenders. I think it'd be fun. Because that's a classic. I mean, the editing, the sound mixing for that's brilliant. I don't know how you would even make that video. It'd be a difficult task. I've done some editing in my day, and I am Neolithic compared to that person. I'm Bronze Age even. I don't even think I've discovered melting metal yet. I'm still like tying a rock onto a stick with rawhide as far as my video editing advancement skills, and then that guy throws down. I mean, that's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. I loved that video. I loved him. Mrs. Maltby's a good editor. She's anything good. That's the truth. Anything that's like of a reasonable edit on the channel of some of our fixed wing, or what are they? The fixed videos. The non-lives where we actually put some editing work into it. But all the intro stuff, all of those. That's the handiwork of Mrs. Maltby. She even gives you guys your emojis to use, so throw down your favorite emoji for Mrs. Maltby, because she works hard to make those emojis for you channel members to entertain yourselves. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I think one of the proudest moments in my life was a meme I made that is still on 4chan. That's
a good one. She did. She made a viral meme. This is no joke. Mrs. Maltby made a viral meme. You've probably seen it. Circulated all the internet. She birthed it into the ether. It was her mind child. It was her creation. And it was awesome. You should post it someday. You should find the original.
I gotta find the one.
Find the original. It's a good one.
I can easily find it. Yeah.
It went everywhere. I don't know how they would prove that, but it's true. I mean, her IP
like when parents
came out of her
put
phone.
the bumper stickers on their cars, like my child is a whatever student, an honor student.
My wife made a viral meme that slandered the left.
That made it on 4chan.
Made it on 4chan and went further than that, though.
Because I never got the other sticker with my parents, so.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Yeah, I've seen it I saw it other places back then. Yeah. Yeah. Mrs. Maltby had a little impact out there. She insulted some people. She hurt feelings. She was intolerant. She practiced wrong think. And that's why I love her. Dudes all deserve based women. And that's just the way it is. Thanks. Do you have a drink of water, though?
Is it empty?
That was like my thermos full of my backwash. Yeah. I was like, hey, give me some water, Mr. Maltby. I didn't have any tea here, so I got to talk. And then my throat gets parched. It's winter, the fire going. And it's, man, I didn't make tea. That was my biggest mistake. You guys need to remind Mrs. Maltby early on in these videos to go make a pot of tea. It's imperative for my survival, my hydration. And anyways, you guys got to hook me up with that. Help me out. That doesn't work sometimes. I gotta have my mint tea. All right. Anyways, remember that. God, brilliant. I got to find it. We'll give this guy credit. The Export is the name of the channel. Because if he made it, I don't know if he did. I want this guy to get credit for sure. The Export, that's the Joe Biden Wake Up original meme. So give that guy love. Go find his video. Spread it, resurrect it. I wish the guy would make another one. I wish he would make one about Jay Powell wake up, Trump snap out of it. I mean, keep working, dude. Create. Do more. Give the world your art. Quit your job and be a full-time memer. A memer. Can you get a job being a memer? Put that on your resume.
Jeff Elwell on the channel. He was a good harvester of memes. He
was a combine.
Yeah.
Jeff wasn't a harvester of memes.
Yeah,
he was a full-blown 2026 model John Deere 28-foot swather combine. The dude harvested memes. He put in a good day's work, man. That guy's neck was red.
It was much though. It was much. You know that far.
I'm like, when it comes to finding memes and harvesting good ones, I'm still at the scythe or the sickle level. Hand sickle. Like I walk through the wheat fields and just kind of, oh, there's a cool one. And I just kind of swing my sickle and just kind of snip that one little meme and take it home and pop the kernels out of it and think about it and chew on it for a bit. Other people go out there, and I don't know how, Mrs. Maltby does that too, like Jeff Elwell. I mean, just full-blown combines a field and comes out with like 15,000 memes you got to sort through. Takes you like an hour. It's like reading a newspaper. There's different columns. There's like a comic section or a sports section.
I have a gallery in my phone.
A gallery. I mean, thousands.
You have to be prepared.
Mrs. Maltby has curated, and I think you hold access. You've saved every baby Pepe Apu image that's ever been found. So any Apu that she's like archiving them and saving them.
I'm an Apu historian.
She's an Apu historian. She has a gallery of Apus. It's the Smithsonian of the Apus. I'm not even kidding you. If there's a picture of a small Apu that's ever existed, it's in her gallery. She's got it saved. So if they ever go extinct on the internet, Mrs. Maltby will have the copies. And who knows? That might be worth to future digital historians as they dig through the ashes of our society and yours and mine's fossilized bones or remains or whatever. However we're entombed during that future epoch, if the earth still turns. If they do find the digital hard drive on Mrs. Maltby's phone, I can only imagine when they plug it in, their viewpoint into this century.
If she saw my hard drive?
If Maxine saw it?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be in... Oh, man. Are you going to make me do Maxine Waters right now, dude? See, the thing is, when you channel these people, when you have to, like, think of their voice, I got to think of her. And now I think of this, like, beat-up mud fence that got rained on and, you know, just smashed in the face.
Mrs. Maltby, we see all kinds of images in our phone. We called you here before the Senate to explain to us why you got all this supremacist ideologies. And this frog, everybody know that's racist. That frog is from the alt-right, and they tooks it.
I'm not going to give you the whole history of Apu and Pepe, but yeah, the alt-right took Pepe from some little French artist, of course he was. Anyways, they hijacked it, and he is now an alt-right figure forevermore, a far-right symbol of the anti-left. It's beautiful. I mean, he has become a symbol of many things, and there's many ways you can throw him down in the chat, as a matter of fact. There are some Apus that you'll see there. He deserves to be on more coins. I actually demand it. I wish there was a line. That's, you know, if I had a mint, I would mint all of those little Apu images you have.
Oh, we'd have a Honkler coin.
You'd have a Honkler coin for sure.
Yeah.
The world needs a Honkler coin.
Yeah.
Find me a mint. Find me a mint.
We've tried.
All right.
I gotta say one thing before you continue back, because I'm seeing a lot of this in the chat. Pro tip. If you want a based wife, just join the trad wife groups on Facebook.
What?
And just go through the comments. Like, there's groups. There's actual groups of girls that come together who want a trad life. Some of them are married, some of them are not. Sift through it, and you might find one.
Yeah, but make sure you're going after only the don't be weird about it. You know, find a girl your age that's single, and then like, hey, dude, you know, I like traditional things. I'm a far right dude.
That's weird, Junius.
I don't like those people too. You don't like those people too? No, I don't. What? Did we just become best friends? Now you never know. You never know. You gotta, there's a lot of things you can have in common, but it's good.
Yeah, you can't be a little soy pansy.
Yeah, have a job.
Be assertive.
Have an income.
Be assertive.
Be a warrior. Be traditional. Be moral. Be upright. Yeah, be good. Respect her. Hold her on a pedestal. Mrs. Maltby is pretty much like my goddess. I love her. Love her to death. I would murder for her. I would. There is the most heinous violence that you can comprehend.
Go hang out in Amish areas.
I would peel a scalp while a man was still alive. I would make puppets with his organs while he's still alive. I would do surgical removal of all kinds of things while he's still alive. I would have fun with him. I would play with him for hours. That's the level of violence I'm capable of. Just, on behalf of how much I love this woman. So back to the dollar, my friends. Jay Powell thinks it is, we're not looking at metals. There's other stuff about how Trump not being worried about the dollar direction. These guys aren't worried. They're keeping an eye on it, but they're not paying attention. Gold, whatever. Trump thinks that the weakening dollar is good. Took a plunge here recently. Information coming out concerns, of course, the rest of the world. You're not going to see this on Fox or CNN. You're not going to see this on any domestic output, probably. But U.S. dollar, wounded hegemon, or secure as most powerful currency on earth. Faced with Trump's tariffs and threats, BRICS countries are trying to reduce dollar use in trading with each other. We've been talking about de-dollarization for years. It's happening. The results are becoming more real. More real. And this is a trend that we have seen play out. Even Jay Powell said we're now in a multipolar world. It's no longer a unipolar world. This has been a topic of many a video. So it's here now. It's reality. It's being discussed in the news. We were talking about it back when it was being planned and discussed, and we were told to accept it, that this is going to happen. This is how the world's going to be now. That's where we are today. It is happening. Every day we've seen more news pop out that's consistent with de-dollarization. I mentioned and was quoted earlier, the dollar being 60% less of the market cap of currencies or whatever it is now. There was a big 60%. It dropped below that level, 60% or whatever, the other day for the first time. We're chasing the Japanese bond rate as it was bottoming out. Now we're trying to rescue it. Suppose that's part of the theories here also. People aren't buying the dollar. They can't buy our treasuries. If our treasuries end up on the market, nobody's buying them. The rates were going up. You remember, we were talking about the rates. I got a friend that watches the bond markets like a hawk. Not me, I don't. He just talks to me about it, and I try to absorb some stuff. Bonds is the most boring stuff in the world. I can't even just saying the word is boring. But it's very indicative of some of the things that have been taking place. It's kind of like one of those vital signs or one of those symptoms that we're getting from this sick patient, this dying empire. At the same time, parallel to this is kind of going to be talking to all the people saying there's going to be this massive correction. Well, let's what's going to cause it to correct? What would play into that? Let's take a look at a couple of things. Is the economy strong? Is the dollar strengthening or weakening right now? Is a weak dollar, what does a weak currency typically mean? What is a weak dollar going to mean for silver and gold prices? We have the president saying it's weakening, doesn't care, thinks it's a good thing. Now the media puppets are jumping up and down. I'm sure magatards are doing it. They're probably putting their hat on. Someone pulled the chip out of their ear. Now they're like, because 2 years ago, if we had a weak currency, it was bad and it was Biden's fault. And now that Trump said a weak currency is good, I guarantee you some gray-faced NPC with a MAGA hat on somewhere's like, weak currency is actually a good thing. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Dude, hear me out. Trump said a weak currency is actually a good thing, so therefore it's a good thing. Now, I'm going to go back. I'm watching the game right now, dude. Travis Kelce's playing today. I think it's going to be a good one. We're going to win, putting some money on it. So I'm going to go watch the game. All right, dude. Trump said that weak dollar's a good thing. Okay, dude. I mean, whatever. I take your word for it. That's what you want to believe. That's your assessment. That's who you are. I can't change that guy's mind. I'm going to try. I don't care what he thinks. You think I care what that guy thinks? You honestly think I value one single synapse of that dude's brain? No, I don't. Don't place any value on it whatsoever. Now, yes, in November 2025, the U.S. Geological Survey officially added silver to its updated list of critical minerals, designating it as a mineral vital to the U.S. economy and national security. This classification recognizes silver's strategic importance in manufacturing clean energy and defense technologies. Key details about this designation include strategic importance. Silver is essential for technologies like solar panels, electrical vehicles, EVs, semiconductors, and advanced defense systems. Advanced defense systems. Weapons. Weapons of mass destruction. We have the weapons of mass destruction, it turns out. We had them this whole time. That's why they didn't find them. Critical mineral status. The designation as a critical mineral implies the government may act to secure, protect, and prioritize its supply, reducing reliance on imports. Supply chain security. This move, along with the addition of copper, highlights a focus on industrial reshoring and securing the supply chain for materials vital to the modern economy. Policy implications. The classification may trigger accelerated mining permits, investment incentives, and new infrastructure projects. This is pretty huge, my friends. This is these are factors, these are parts of the story, parts of this backdrop that we have not seen take place and converge. We have not seen a convergence of these type of topics of conversation, these admissions, admitting that silver is this critical mineral, these statements coming from official policymakers. At the same time, the acceptance of a weakening currency, a global de-dollarization push, the rise of the BRICS, currency wars, trade wars, tariff wars. I mean, when you look at all of that, and then you look at certain price activity with metals, and then you look at the availability, the supply availability. Let me just read that to you, if I may. And this was, I believe, let me find it. Okay, here we go. I want you to think of this. 112 million ounces of silver available for delivery. 174. I posted this earlier on the post side of the channel, by the way. You can read this whole thing. 174,000 contracts standing for. Let me just go to it actually real quick. I'm going to grab that. I've actually pulled it up for you guys. Here it is. So you can actually see what I'm talking about. Mrs. Maltby was trying to do something in the chat with the mouse. Now I've got control of it again. Okay. Historical processes like this was a submission from a good friend of the channel in the discussion of these things today. So here it is. Historical processes like this usually play out over 18 months to 2 years, once you start going parabolic. Just from studying other such charts and nations, that's an ominous acceleration. Remember that prior chart and formula we were talking about a year or so ago. 112 million ounces of silver are available for delivery. 174,000 contracts standing for March delivery at 5,000 ounces of silver per contract is 870 million ounces. 870 million ounces minus 112 million ounces is 758,000 ounces of silver short. Global annual silver mine production is approximately 800 to 850 million ounces, with 2025 projections holding relatively flat, around 813 to 835 million ounces, while supply, total supply, including recycling, can exceed 1 billion ounces. We are a year's mining production short from March delivery. They have a full year's of mining production short from March delivery. I just think the next 18 to 24 months will be that period where the US dollar becomes totally uncoupled from being considered as any store of value globally, and hence Americans will suffer that kind of crisis of confidence. So that confidence that Jerome Powell exuded earlier in this video, that discounting of metal prices, that we don't really care. We don't really look at the macro activity. We look at it, but it doesn't matter. We look at it every day, but it doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the collapse of the empire. You see, this was bound to happen. I'm looking for Harry Dent. Has anyone seen old Dent in the Head Harry lately? I want to talk to him about the price of silver. JC1701, my friend. Thanks for the base dating advice, Mrs. M. Happy to help add to the Build Mrs. Maltby Back Better fund and defray costs. God bless you both.
So much appreciated.
Now Mrs. Maltby's like giving dating advice. Can you imagine if like some relationship were born out of your advice? That'd be kind of cool, actually. How'd you meet? Oh, Mrs. Maltby told me to go on the site.
What would be better is if we saw both of them on the news because they did something together.
That's
was super.
It's not like tax evasion or something.
Yeah.
Like nothing violent. But,
that's what I was alluding to.
Yeah, something good. Maybe maybe they started a new pet sanctuary for rescued kittens. That'd be very beautiful. That'd be altruistic.
Indeed. We were talking about how bad our necks are in the chat, so
I
mentioned I had that $400 traction device.
Oh, bad necks. Yeah.
Because insurance, was like, no, die.
So check out these charts. This is why the topic came up with the friend of the channel. If I can get this to pull up. There you go. It's part of it anyway. You can open them, I think, bigger if you actually go to the post side of the channel. But this is a picture of silver in Weimar, Germany. Just one of the many hyperinflation studies and major inflation studies that have a lot of data available on them. There's some more. There's a few more out there. But this is one of the test cases and study cases that Western civilization for the last 100 years has paid quite a bit of attention to in economic dialogues. But we're going to look at it for a second. James Richter, thank you, my friend, for the build back base. Mrs. Maltby, thank you so much for the kind gesture, your generosity. Thank you, Mr. Richter.
His wife has a bad neck, too.
Bunch of crippled ladies out there. Crippled old women.
They just don't make necks very good on women.
Like, I was going to say something else, but like they don't make women like these. And they used to be a lot. You got to admit, like harder. Like women used to like give birth in like a 1950s pickup truck while their husband was hunting pheasant like 3 ridges away, and like just do it themselves with a couple of napkins and a buck knife. It's just crazy. That's a true story.
It's
actually
all the estrogen in the milk. It's making us softer.
I knew a family that's an actual true story.
I'm sure.
The woman gave birth on the seat of the truck, and her husband was he was back on he was hunting or packing out a deer or an elk or something, and he's up there and she's in the truck. She had went with him for whatever reason, and she's like 9 months pregnant.
Why would he do that when she's pregnant?
I think she was honking the horn and got him to come back, but he had to hike like the ridge down, and he gets down. By the time he gets down there, the long story short is she had delivered her own baby.
I would have shot his ass
and
when he got back to the truck.
Clipped and cut everything and controlled bleeding and probably passed the placenta and was nursing the child, and everything was super cool and dandy and fine. I was like, oh my goodness, holy shit, man, that's Western right there. That's down where Western type behavior right there. That's crazy. If you think about it, that's tough. That's a tough woman. That's a hard woman. I'd be the kind of woman you don't want to bitch to about anything. You would never say. I would never I would feel bad around her.
I had my chronic pain conditions.
Like you have been. You've been through it. You have been through some shit. Mrs. Maltby has not had an easy go.
You got the flu and you
I almost died.
started digging your own grave.
Well, I remembered what it was like to be healthy again.
I think we both almost died that flu.
So the Weimar chart showing you silver, I mean, it looks very similar to both the silver and the gold chart. This is actually it priced in marks in Germany. And the months are below, as you can see. Famous chart, there's one for gold as well, but this is it in silver at that time. As you can see, it rose rather quickly. It broke 100 marks, then it broke 1,000 marks, then it broke 10,000 marks, then it broke 100,000 marks. Then 1 million, then 10 million, then 100 million, then 1 billion, then 10 billion, then 100 billion. And then I think up there it's like 1 trillion. So 1 trillion marks. And of course the mark used to represent a silver coin even. I've got 5 mark and I've got 5 mark coin. I've got several mark silver coins. I should share them one day on the channel. I should do a little German mark. I should do a German hyperinflation video. I've got all the stuff. I will. I need to do that sometime. Maybe we'll do it live. I'll get the stuff out on the table and I'll just get the phone camera out and we'll do a live video talking about them. So remind me of that. Let's see, what did Bricktator? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for the support. Super chat. He goes, my kid got gold in Thailand last summer and keeps asking me when he can trade it for a go-kart. Now, the answer is now, but I told him to wait till it hits 3 go-karts this spring. Wait till it hits 3 go. Yeah, if he can buy 3 go-karts, have him buy 1, and then turn the other 2 go-karts worth back into gold. Just sell a partial of the gold. Good for your kid, though. Have him just hold it up. Have him buy it with fiat. Tell him to go get a paper route or do some chores somewhere. Buy it with fiat and keep the gold.
Please, for the love of God, make another Lego video.
Make another Lego battle scene. Preferably Alexander the Great at Guatemala. That'd be a cool one.
Or some winged hussars.
Or the winged hussars.
Just make one.
For Mrs. Maltby. Or the...
just do it.
Or Rome. Burning Jerusalem. That'd be a cool one. Titus and his Roman soldiers. Looting it. Carrying off loot. Building the Arch of Titus to march under as they return victorious to Rome.
Oh, he's working on Hastings.
Hastings would be cool.
Okay.
That's good. That'll be cool. The Battle of Hastings. I love it, my friend.
For anyone who hasn't seen Bricktator's videos, you're missing out. Just click on his
Yeah, best Lego battles
name after this.
You'll ever see.
Go see.
So there's silver. Now there is... It's trying to scroll. I don't know why it's not. Okay, there you go. There is a chart. Should be updated now, but that's silver. Right now. That's right now in dollars. That's Weimar, Germany. That's us in dollars. You can see it's very steep here. It's not even slowing down. It's quite vertical. We'll zoom in. Let's zoom in on that. That's what it's looking like. That's now. That's US dollars. That's silver priced in USD. This is Weimar, Germany. Not saying it's happening. I mean, hey, could be. I'm just saying this is what it looks like. You tell me what I'm looking at. You know? I didn't go to the same economic college that J-Pow went to. The professional liar, the guy in a suit. Every single Fed chair that's ever been in that position has lied. Go back and watch, please, for the love of humanity, for the sake of my dog. Go back and watch the history of the meltdown. I've featured it several times on this channel on various anniversaries of it. Read through it, watch through it with me. Go for it. Back when that was going on, that timeline, I was actually helping submit some of the posts, and I was in correspondence with the curator, the owner, the brainchild of it. And I don't know whatever happened to him, but man, I wish he'd start that up again. That timeline was great. It's one of those things, digital archive history, future historians, when they find that website, if they do, or some archived portion of the video that I did on it, because I wanted to preserve it in case the website, that's one of the things I did back then, was I wanted to preserve the website itself, because I didn't know if it was so dead that, you know how that works. Sometimes a website stops paying its bills, or whoever's featuring, whatever server, and it's gone. Disappears. All the images on it, and you might have had, there might have been good articles on there, or a good source of something. So back when I made the videos discussing it, it had already been extinct and like a dormant volcano. It was dormant. It was just not doing anything, that website, for years. And I'm glad it's preserved, because in it you can read exact quotes with sources. There used to be links that would take you to articles backing up what the headlines were with the date stamps. So it's a very, very vetted, a very good chronology of the 2008 financial crisis and collapse. It's a good case study. And I'll tell you right now, every single time you read a quote in there from the President of the United States, the Treasury Secretary, Hank Paulson, or Ben Bernanke, there's even quotes in there, believed by Greenspan, they don't get it right. They missed something big. Typically, it was the exact opposite of what they said was true. So, like, if you called all these guys into a courtroom today, you showed them the evidence, showed them exactly what they said, showed them the outcome. Called in Jerome Powell, took exactly what he said, show him the outcome. Ben Bernanke, everything, all of them. Greenspan, bring them in. Show them the evidence. Show them exactly what happened, the truth, how far off the mark they were when they were prognosticating and predicting or calling it. I think the evidence would suggest, you can't, it's statistically, I had a friend of mine put it this way once, it's statistically impossible to repeat forever left turns. You can't, it's statistically impossible to continue to go left forever. To take a left turn, 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 and to keep it. They had to be doing it on purpose, to always get it wrong, to always go in one direction, to always say the wrong thing out of each person's mouth. This Treasury Secretary and that Treasury Secretary, this president, that president, all of them pretty much on the same topics or in the same arena of what we're talking about. Even Trump saying a weak dollar's good. Yeah, we need a weak dollar. I like a weak dollar. We'll get to it. I'll get to it. Jerome Powell, all of these guys, the presidents, Biden, you name it, Bush, doesn't matter. Pathological liars, deceivers, bearers of false witness. These are not truth tellers. If you lie in little things, you lie in the big things, you lie in all of them. And that's what they do. They're lying about everything. They lied about the vid. They've lied about every war. Do you think they're going to tell you the truth about economic conditions, the strength of the currencies, whether or not gold's going in a particular direction, even though central banks have been buying it for the last decade and a half? We've been watching it, reporting on it, talking about it, discussing it. If you don't know that, I'm sorry, I can't help you. There's nothing I can do. Go back and watch it. You're late to the party. But welcome now. Welcome now. First time? Your first time seeing these guys lie? Is your first time realizing the Fed chair's not telling the truth? It's okay, buddy. We're all in this together now. Once you have seen, it cannot be unseen. And it is impossible for these people to get it wrong 100% of the time. So therefore, I believe a lot of it's on purpose. Or nefarious. Conspiratorial, if you will. You see, these guys are a bunch of schemers. They've got plans. Jerome Powell's got plans. Ben Bernanke, he's got plans. Donald Trump has plans. I'm just here to show them how useless their plans really are. Because they really are. These schemers. It's useless. You see, the economic rules
are outside of their wheelhouse. It's outside of their dominion. They don't have control over it. They don't have that much power in the universe. These are fallible little mortals that are literally, it's almost like the symbol of the channel. It's like they're Marcius defying the gods. And they're challenging the gods to a musical contest of which they cannot win. And when they lose, when they defeat and humiliate the god, I believe it's Apollo, they're going to be skinned alive. It can go the other way. See, I always vision us as Marcius, and we're speaking truth to power. But there are powers higher to them. And they're not speaking the truth at all. So think of how much punishment they're going to get. They're actually lying. But they're challenging. They're going to lose the musical contest with the deities. The deity with God, the one and only. But they're defying these universal laws, the laws of economics. And they're lying. They're deceiving about it. They're not immune to it. There is no American entitlement or privilege. There is no right to this. You weren't promised this currency. Did the video just crash or something? Or did it?
I don't think so.
Well, you could do a sound check.
Sound check.
Because the tab just died when I was talking about that stuff. I'm telling you, the weirdest shit happens to me. And I don't understand it. That was weird. Did you see the whole tab?
Still on.
Okay. Well, that's good because I didn't think I was.
To you last time.
No, the actual tab just blanked out and said it wasn't getting any information from the whatever the device is, that other thing, and it wasn't working. So I don't even know these things.
I think that was the agent who tried to remote into the.
I am not exaggerating. The tab just crashed and I had to reset it. I didn't think it would keep going.
It was right when you said you were promised something.
Dude, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Must have been someone in.
I'm sorry, Benjamin. I like you too, bro. I'm done.
Goy check.
What was I going to say? I was promised 3,000 years ago.
Silver?
Something. I don't even know.
Something.
I was the technological thing I had to fix because I'm my own producer and all my equipment is aged.
It's not. You're aged.
This shit's old. I tell you that much. It wasn't made yesterday. I'll tell you that. Yeah, there's some old. It's just I don't know. It's glitchy. It's glitchy. I'm not that good at it. I don't know how other places do it. I need a Jamie. I need better technology. I need a producer. What? Okay. You can't pull it up. Pull it up. See? Boom. Nothing happened on the screen.
I pull up a lot of things for you.
I know. I need someone who you can control the screen from another spot. Would be the coolest. And then pull it up like Jamie. It'd be easier. I'll tell you what. I would have to adjust and crop things while I'm talking. It's a lot like trying to balance on a beach ball and play a violin while ollieing on a skateboard at the same time.
Speaking of,
Mrs. Maltby ollied yesterday.
I still got it.
She did. Yeah, show me a girl that can do that at your age. That's pretty cool. All right. This is the gold versus dollar. That's where I wanted to show you some charts, but we'll get to it. Here's Trump. Where is Trump talking about the dollar? Why Trump is not worried about a weak dollar, why the president and investors should be. I thought I had the actual video for you guys, so pardon me on that one. Here it is. Oh, yes, I did.
Mr. President, with the current value of the dollar, do you think it's declined too much?
No, I think it's great. I mean, the value of the dollar, look at the business we're doing. No, dollar's doing great.
You want to see it decline?
You know, it's very interesting. If you look at China and Japan, I used to fight like hell with them because they always wanted to devalue their yen. You know that? The yen and the yuan. And they'd always want to devalue it. They devalue. And I said, not fair that you devalue because it's hard to compete when they devalue. But they always fought, no, our dollar's very good.
Our dollar's very good.
Value of the dollar, do you think it's declined too much?
No, I think it's great. I mean, the value of the dollar, look at the business we're doing. No, dollar's doing great.
You want to see it decline?
You know, it's very interesting. If you look at China and Japan, I used to fight like hell with them because they always wanted to devalue their yen. You know that? The yen and the yuan. and they'd always want to devalue it. They devalue. And I said, not fair that you devalue, because it's hard to compete when they devalue. But they always thought, no, our dollar's very good.
Mr. President, with the current value of the dollar, do you think it's declined too much?
No, I think it's great. I mean, the value of the dollar, look at the business we're doing. No, dollars.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have any words. I mean, oh God, there's so much we have to talk about still. So much is going on. This is going to be a long night because I got to read this to these guys. I promised I would. Someone in the chat couldn't open the link. They didn't have Twitter. These are the reaches I go to for you people, my friends. I'm tired. I got to do stuff. But guess what? I'm going to read this to you even though I've already read it. Because I did post this in the community tab. And for some reason, the link was either, for some people it worked, for others it was broken. But this is by Peter Gurnis at GothBurs on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I don't get into that. He goes, I'm a currency strategist at Treasury. Yesterday, the dollar hit a 4-year low. Worst single day since April. Down 9% for the year. Weakest since 2022. The president said, I think it's great. He's right. It is great for us. There's a document, you probably haven't read it. It's called A User's Guide to Restructuring the Global Trading System. We call it the Mar-a-Lago Accord. It was written by the guy who now sits on the Federal Reserve. Before that, he ran the Council of Economic Advisors. The document says to weaken the dollar on purpose. As policy, we did. The thesis is simple. A strong dollar makes American exports expensive. A weak dollar makes them cheap. If we want factories, we need a cheap currency. If we need a cheap currency, we need to devalue. If we need to devalue, we need to do it slowly. So nobody notices until they do. And yesterday, they noticed. Swiss franc hit 15-year highs. Gold hit all-time highs. The yen strengthened. The euro strengthened. Everything strengthened. Except us. That's the plan. People ask if I'm worried about the decline, about what it means. I say I'm constructive. Constructive means the plan is working. Here's what nobody tells you about currencies. They're not markets, they're policies. Central banks don't observe exchange rates. They create them. The rate check we did on January 23rd, that wasn't observation. That was intervention. We called the trading desks. We asked for prices. The market understood. The dollar dropped. Mission accomplished. The secretary wants a weaker dollar. The president wants a weaker dollar. The accord says weaker dollar. Everyone agrees, except the people holding dollars. But they don't vote on currency policy. They just experience it. Let me tell you what a weaker dollar means for you. Everything imported costs more. Your purchasing power declines. Your savings buy less. Your vacation is more expensive. Your electronics cost more. Your gas costs more. Your groceries cost more. That's not inflation. That's competitiveness. In 1971, Nixon ended the gold standard. He said it was temporary. 55 years ago. Still temporary. Back then, $1 bought $1 worth of goods. Today, that same dollar buys 12.5 cents worth. We've devalued 87.5%. I would argue more. Over 55 years. At 3.85% per year, compounding, 700% cumulative inflation. That's not a bug. That's a feature. Debt becomes cheaper to repay. Wages lag behind prices. Assets appreciate. If you own things, you win. If you earn things, you lose. That's monetary policy. The national debt is 100% of GDP. It'll be 134% by 2035. You know how to pay down 134% of GDP in debt? You don't. You inflate it away. You devalue the currency it's denominated in. You make the number smaller by making the unit smaller. That's not default. That's monetary flexibility. Consumer confidence just hit 2014 lows. People feel something is wrong. They can't articulate it, though. They just know things cost more. They know their paycheck goes less far. They know something broke. Nothing broke. This is the machine working. 89% of economists agree. If the Fed loses independence, risk premiums go up. Treasury yields spike. Borrowing costs explode. Growth slows. So be very careful. We don't say we're taking independence. We say we're rethinking coordination. Same outcome, different press release. The president said he could move the dollar like a yo-yo, up or down. He's not wrong. Currency is a policy lever. We pull it, you feel it. Sweden's pension funds are selling treasuries. Denmark's pension funds are selling treasuries. China is selling treasuries. They're buying gold instead. Smart. They read the accord. There's a term in the markets now, sell America. It means foreign investors are reducing exposure to our stocks, to our bonds, to our currency. They see what we're doing. They're protecting themselves. You should too. But we won't tell you that. The dollar is the world's reserve currency for now. The accord says we can keep that status while also devaluing. Having it both ways, that's the theory. We'll see about the practice. Gold at 5,000, silver at 110. It's obviously higher than that now. It's 5,500 and 116. But this tweet was several hours old. Bitcoin at whatever Bitcoin is at. These aren't bubbles. These are exit signs. People are leaving the dollar. Not because they hate America, but because they read the policy. I'm updating my LinkedIn. Led currency transformation at Treasury. Transformation is accurate. We transformed the dollar from strong to competitive. The president says the dollar is doing great. He means it. It's doing exactly what we wanted, going down, on schedule, according to plan. Your savings are doing less great, but nobody asked you. I have a chart on my wall. Purchasing power of the dollar since 1913. It starts at 100. It ends at 3. 97% decline over 113 years. I look at it every morning and I think we have 3% left to go. The dollar is doing great, exactly as designed. You just weren't supposed to notice until it was done. You noticed, but it's already done. It was done in 1971. Everything since then has been execution. Slow, steady, relentless, 3.85% per year, compounding for 55 years and counting. I think it's great. That's what he said. That's what we think. That's what the accord says. That's what the policy achieves. The dollar is doing exactly what it's supposed to, declining slowly, so slowly you think it's natural. It's not. It's policy. My bonus is paid in dollars, but I kept it in gold. That's the difference between making policy and living under it.
Hey, Junius. I just thought it was funny that the whole time you were reading that, when you see the things that are trending in the United States, right before that it was The Masked Singer and Taylor Swift.
So that's trending while I'm reading that?
Yeah.
I bet this wasn't trending. It looks like 600 people talked about it. It's got 600 messages, like 1,400 repeats. I mean, that's nothing. It didn't even go viral at all. This has like 4,600 hearts. That's nothing. 4,600 hearts. I get like 2,000 likes sometimes, maybe, right? Sometimes. Maybe. On a video. But not very many. I mean, it's okay. I wish it's 727,000 views. That's good. I'm glad more people. But I can guarantee you, the Taylor Swift posts, they're getting millions upon millions upon billions of views.
And her gay boyfriend.
Nobody cares about this. Can we talk about this for 1 second? You guys, I know that was a long read, and I appreciate you bearing with me. I'm sorry if I missed stuff in the chat, but I wanted to give this the audience it deserved, which is you, and I wanted to read it as from beginning to end without any interruptions. So I know I did whisper a few things here and there, but overall, I just wanted to get this out. Again, preserved here in the digital archives of the Junius Maltby Museum, of which I am. Oh, that's right. I'm the curator, right? I am the. Who named me that the other day in the chat? Speak up, my friend. They called me the custodian at the something Collapse Museum.
Oh,
Internet
yeah.
Museum.
I forget. I know.
I know,
but I forgot.
I am merely the custodian
Yes.
of the Junius Maltby Museum of the Collapsing Empire. I just sweep up around here. And I just curate some things. I'd like to hang this piece on the wall and read it through so that it's forever entombed in case, perhaps, with the Apus, in case they ever deleted this guy's tweet. Because it's brilliant. The dollar's working exactly as it's designed. And back to the beginning of this video, if any of you are still here, still clinging on, still holding on to a video this length.
There's some.
I can't even imagine. You gotta have problems. This is something like, hopefully someone's on a road trip through Nevada, and this is just playing in the background.
We all have tisms in this community.
This needed to be preserved, and I'm glad we did it. Where was the... Okay, all of this that we took, there's Orange Man again telling you weak dollar is good. It's in the news. Hyperinflation thing. How high will metals go? I mean, people talking 7,000. Nobody knows.
The Museum of American Decline.
The Museum of American Decline. That's what I like. That's what I like.
Nicolas Cage is going to play you in the movie.
No, he's not. I'll just play
He's
me.
in all the museum
I'll
movies.
just play
He's
it.
going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
We won't tell them though. I'll actually play me, but no one will know. Yeah. Guys, do I need to even show you the dollar?
Yes, Ball Walker says we're all here in this chat still because we're all Tylenol Americans. What kind of American are you?
I can't believe. I mean, this is a small this group. I'm glad they exist because I mean, if not, I would institution. I'd be in an institution. All I wanted was a Diet Coke, and you wouldn't give it to me. I went to your public education facility institution. What is it? How's the line go? Come on. I went to your churches. I went to your public. What's from the song? Institutional
learning facilities.
Institutional learning facility.
I went to your churches.
Yeah. It's a great song. It's a good song by the Suicidal Tendencies Institution. You gotta like it. It's art, and there's some art to that song. There is. We come from a different generation, you and I. Some people wouldn't get it. They just don't get it. You're not ready for it, but your grandkids are gonna love it. All right, my friends, that is it for the Junius Maltby Channel tonight. I wanted to get through all of that. Show you the lies.
I gotta read this.
Yes, read it.
Said, I went to your schools, your churches, your institutional leering facilities.
They should rewrite this. That would be epic if they sang that somewhere in Minneapolis.
That's great.
I went to your institutional leering facilities.
We got
institution. All I wanted was a Diet Coke, and you wouldn't give it to me.
All I wanted was a Pepsi.
Oh, a Pepsi. Why did I say that? Oh, that's right, because I use the Diet Coke thing when I talk about the football fans. I get my drinks mixed up with these guys. All I wanted was a Pepsi, and you wouldn't give it to me. Yeah, my character that wears the jersey with another dude's name on it, he drinks Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to get fat.
Oliver Smith, that is so sad.
Oh, Oliver Smith, my friend, I'm so sorry to hear that about your mom. Following up, my mom had surgery but refused chemo. My heart goes out with you, my friend, and yeah, I will. That's something to think about, pray about. I mean, and that just shows you.
Look, you can have all the silver in the world, but when you don't have your health or when you're going through something like that, it does not matter what the silver price is.
Yeah, you can have all the problems in the world, but if you have a health problem, you only have one problem.
Coming in humbling every single one of us. I'm so sorry to read that.
No, he brings it, but I like what the fact that he shared that allowed me I wanted to be able to get the emphasis on that out there because we've experienced it with loved ones and family, and you have, and it's the when there's a health crisis in the family, it's the only thing that matters. It's the most important thing. Thank you, Cosmo, for the JPOW, but my credibility. Yeah, they none of them have credibility. Remember, these are all liars. They don't tell the truth. Not one. Never. Nope. Come on now. Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight's broadcast. I don't know how long it went. I'm sorry. Hopefully you're on a long road trip, or you're bored, or you're in an institution, or you're laid up in bed sick and you had nothing else to do and you couldn't reach for the phone to shut this off. Hopefully it's a bedtime story. Hopefully it puts you to sleep. I've been told that that's what this channel does. Some people fall asleep to it. That's weird. I don't know what to think of that. But apparently I have soothed some people into dreamland. And if you are dreaming right now, if I have hypnotized you and you've gone to sleep, if you're no longer conscious, picture yourself dancing on Comex delivery bars. There you go. Maybe you're having a good dream. Have a good dream. Think of your dog. Go play with your dog in your dream. Go throw the ball for him in the park. That's a better dream. Go to the park with your dog.
We'll end it on this note. Those of you who do pray and who walk with God like Junius and I do, say a prayer for Oliver Smith and his mom and his whole family.
Pray for Oliver Smith and his mom, specifically for her health, direction, what to do, wisdom, give the doctors wisdom, give them the right minds, the right research, the right answers for what they need to do if it's that to heal her. So anyways, my friends, have a good evening, good night. All of you have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you tomorrow on the next one. And to those in Australia who are in the chat, good morning, and then good night to my other friends. Goodbye.